Hey, this is a roaming prepper. As you can tell, I travel a lot in my business. I want to share some of the tips I use to stay prepped and aware while I'm in the airports. I'll be right back. Whether you're traveling across the country or across the world, there are a lot of things you can do for each scenario that are in common. I'll cover some. Whenever I go for a trip, I make sure that I have cables for the variety of electronics I have in my bag. Even if I happen to have one already in my suitcase, I bring one on my carry-on. They're usually charging stations in the airport and in the waiting areas, so you can charge up as you go. I like to bring a variety of plugs as well. You never know when you're going to need to plug into a wall itself. I like to have a USB memory drive, a little portable one if I can, where I can keep any kind of emergency documents if I get in some kind of trouble. I have a wall plug with two USB extensions, and I also keep a 12-volt charger in case my rental car doesn't have a USB. And yeah, I throw a P38 can opener in there because you never know, if there was an emergency you might have to open some cans. My favorite carry item is my flashlight. This is a Lux Pro. It's not too expensive and it's a really good quality item, especially if there's a blackout. I cover a variety of micro EDC ideas, including TSA compliant, in another video. Check it out. Another item I like to bring with me is a portable phone charger. This one's a cheap one. I think it ran me 12 bucks at the store. It's enough to charge up a couple of phones as I need them. I like to keep my phones charged with wall plugs, but if I don't have that option, this is a good go-to. You never know when you're going to get stuck in an airport overnight. Speaking of that, I like to know the layout of the airports. So if you haven't been there before, I recommend printing out a map so you at least have a general idea of the layout, where security is, where cars are, and where first aid may be. When you're entering the airport, try to make sure you're at the right terminal. There's nothing more of a pain in the butt than having to go across the airport last minute. If you have to check your phone or you're getting notifications from your app, stop walking and investigate your phone like this guy did, and then start walking again. Don't walk and text. You don't want to be physically moving and not paying attention to where you're going. That's how people get hurt. Also, if you stop to use your phone, you have the chance to look around you and have situational awareness. When you get to check in or check out with your luggage, make sure you pay attention to where they're sending your luggage. Just because you went to Terminal A doesn't mean your bags didn't go to Terminal C. You want to minimize the time your bags are unsupervised in the luggage area. Try to get there promptly. Pay attention to which machine or which conveyor is carrying the bags for your flight, and then make sure you pick it up and get out of other folks' way. That's just being courteous. Keep in mind there are going to be a lot of people grabbing a lot of bags, so make sure you don't grab the wrong one. Moving around the airport is always challenging. There are a lot of people, many of them confused, and there's a lot of bags and other stuff. Trip hazards, places to lose stuff. You also have choke points like this, where people are coming to and from, and you all have to squeeze into a doorway. Pay attention to where your footing is, and also look for any dangers that might be there. Theft can occur in an airport. Look at any vending and charging areas so you can charge up as you go. Remember, if you have to stop or you're looking at something in a store, move to the side and give space to everyone else as they're going by. places you can get stuff. Make sure to check your bag, and if you happen to forget something, pick it up in the airport. But just remember, it's going to cost you more if you do it that way. Never hurts to look. I like to know where there are fire extinguishers, if there are any first aid kits, defibrillators, bathrooms, emergency exits, and other such things. Anything from an active shooter to just a plain old power outage, and you could be in the dark, someone could get hurt. We've seen it all in 2020. And, well, some guys might just need a diaper bag. As you're waiting for the plane, make sure that you pay attention to what's around you, pay attention to where you put your stuff, and I like to sit facing the traffic of people. You never know who's going to walk by. There's thievery in airports too, guys. If you're at the end of the terminal, which I hate, make sure you know where there's emergency exits in case there's a fire or some emergency. You may need to get out quickly. As you're boarding the airplane, make sure that you're orderly. Keep track of where you put your bags if you put them in an overhead compartment. And I like to have the stuff I'm going to keep with me in my lap as soon as I sit. Personally, I like the aisle seat. I can stand up if need. I can go to the bathroom, and I can stretch my legs. Well, Godspeed in your journey. You guys be safe. I'll see you next time.